Hello everybody, this is Callie with Jemminz, and I am so glad to be back online and back with you all. And I have been away for quite a while. I understand that it's been about 6 months, and I didn't intend to be gone this long. I actually intended only to be offline for just like a month, just to give myself a break. But a lot of things happened, and during that time, my husband and I after the year that we had last year, we both just decided to take a break and step back and just focus in on us and our family and everything that we've been dealing with our family, and just take some time out for us. So that's where I've been, is just really doing some I'm healing too, because I have a lot of things that are going on. I'm still dealing with my ex and my kids, and visitation has just been crazy, and we're still trying to get that sorted out. And it's been a nightmare, let me put you this way. And at some point before the holidays, I just literally had to shut down and just say, I need a break. I need to walk away. I need to rethink and redo and rejuvenate myself and get back in. And unfortunately, my selling season was going to start up May 1st. At the beginning of the year, when we had planned for it. And then my husband's work schedule changed, and it looked like that we weren't going to be able to do that. And so I got really discouraged, and I just said, okay, I had to really sit back and think, is this business really what I want to do? And is this business really worth keeping going with everything that I had been going through the past 6 months? I wasn't feeling good. My health was not good. We couldn't figure out what was going on. Unfortunately, I didn't have health insurance until my husband turned 60, which he finally did in December. And so we had to get our insurance put together. And then I finally had my doctor appointment just this past week, finally. And about a week ago, and we finally figured out what was going on. So we've somewhat solved my health issue of what I've been going in, and I was diagnosed with diabetes. We don't know what type it is yet. I won't have my follow-up for a couple weeks. So now, because my husband has diabetes too, he's like, okay, so all of this stuff that we've been doing, we need to really change. And so we've been going through that change this past couple of days, and just really trying to change a lot of habits. I'm a soda drinker. I have to drop that now. And which I didn't used to be until I became homeless. And then a lot of the shelters that I was in, that's all they offered. So that's what we ended up getting into. So of course you get to drinking all of that. But I've lived clean my entire life, and I'll be 59 here in a couple months. So it was like, I've gone through my entire life pretty much without any health crises, with the exception of asthma, which I had. And so going through COVID, that was really tough. But we got through that. And then I started feeling really, really good after that, because I retired from it. And then COVID shut down finally. And then I just, for whatever reason, a couple months later, I just wasn't feeling good. And so for the past year and a half, my health has just not been very good. And so, but because I didn't have any health insurance, there was no way for me to check it out. So anyway, we got that squared away. So we found out part of my problem was diabetes. So that was really good. We found that out. So now my husband and I are in sync together, because now we both have diabetes, and we can both work together and get a healthier lifestyle going, get ourselves back out and about. And he then, okay, so we got all that worked out. So, but then through all this process, my husband's work schedule, let me go back. So my husband's work schedule went to a really crazy, weird schedule, which made him work all the days, ironically, all the days that I would be being at the farmer's market or doing any of my shows. So I haven't been able to schedule anything. And with the kids' school schedule too, and all of their activities, we have been trying to juggle all of this around, and it has been driving me absolutely crazy. So that's one of the reasons I just had to step back and let it all sort itself out. And it finally did this week. And I'm so excited to come back, because my husband's new work schedule just got changed again But he ends up with 2 days off in a row, which is really excited. So now we have 2 days off in a row, and he will be able to help me at the vendor shows. Not that I needed his help, because I've been pretty much running them myself, but he always liked going and being there, and you know, we like to help support the local farmers and the local merchants too, because I buy honey from the gal that's local, and then, well, 2 gals that are local, I buy their honey, and then for the soaps, and then for the house also, excuse me. But and then so, and a few other places that we've been, and I have a lot of those soaps coming up that I'll be showing you, because we're going to go back into full production now that I can. I'm kind of a little scatterbrained here, but anyway, back to my husband's schedule. So my husband's schedule is working out to now to where I can go to my vendor shows. And also, because he has Friday nights off now, we can switch the visitation schedules to Friday nights, which is better for all parties. So just that 3-4 month period of just sitting back and letting this all work itself out, it has actually opened up some doors for me in my business. Now, I wasn't just sitting around doing nothing during that time. I really was thinking about the business and where I was going to go with the business, and what do I want to take this business into in 2024. And I know it seems like I'm getting a late start because this is mid-March, but actually things have already been in progress since January 1st. I have not been able to be on to be able to explain all of that to all of you and to give you all the details that have been happening. So, okay. Detail number 1, in the business itself. So now we're going back to the farmers markets starting May 1st. So May 1st through the end of September, I will be at the Yelm Farmers Market for anybody who is interested in buying my soaps. Please feel free to travel down and come and say hi, and then we'll be there. But the big news I have is I actually sat back and really thought during this time frame that I've been off, like I said, where do I want to take the business? What do I want to do? Where do I want to go, and where do I want it to go in 10 years? So I sat back and I thought about it. Okay, well, Jemminz, the business name always bothered me, because when I set the business up originally, Jemminz was set up to be a diamond painting store, but I never could get that off the floor. It would not materialize. And being able to sell at the farmers markets, you pretty much have to have merchandise. Well, I didn't have the merchandise and didn't have the funds for the merchandise. So I said, okay, I'll step back. And that was almost 2.5 years ago when we first started this whole role of the business. So I sat back and I went, okay, I don't want to do that. So then I went in and figured out, okay, what all do I want to do? So then we came up with the soap idea and using the hemp seed oil soap. Well, that worked out really good because it was really receptive online. People really loved it. And then in my local area, for here in Yelm, people really seem to embrace it. But then I tried to sell in other places and they just completely said, nope, we don't want it. And now also the hemp seed oil is people don't want it. So that's why we changed our formula to the new formula. And if you go back and watch my videos, I talk about this. But so then we went with the new formula. Well, then I got to thinking about this and I was like, okay, well, I don't have any sales online for this store. So hardly, except that I can connect it to my, vendor shows. And then I could do, I could get the sales that way. But I really didn't want to do that. I really wanted to take this in a brand new direction. So I, was online looking at a lot of stuff. Okay, what can I incorporate in with my soaps that I can take to the farmer's market as well as online? And what can I bring in that's different? Well, I really did a lot of research and started to throw out a few ideas and tried to work with a couple companies for some drop shipping and some print on demand items. And what print on demand means is you place an order with me, and then that item is processed and then mailed to you. So I have a company that actually does all that for me. So does all the printing and the making of the product, and then they mail it out for you. So the only thing I have to do is take the orders and advertise it, which is great. And which is what I really wanted to do anyway, because I wanted to do an online store where I could sit down and not be out in the public as much because my health wasn't doing so well. And it was like, okay, this is what I decided to do. So I played around and played around with it on my website, and I am in a couple small selling groups, and I did that for like 6 months. Didn't sell a thing. People really did not like it through my Jemminz website. So then I thought, okay, it's not selling here. Where else can I go? So I went, well, I've sold on eBay, I've sold on Etsy, I've sold on Bonanza, and I've sold on a few other places. Maybe that's where I need to go. So I went and did some research with eBay, and I still am probably going to get my store open on eBay, but I'm not going to do it right now. So that's still a thing. Bonanza connects to eBay, so those two stores will go together. But then I thought, okay, well, what about Etsy? Well, I left Etsy originally because I had sold on there from the beginning of the store, from when Etsy first started. I mean, I was on eBay first, and then Etsy opened up shortly after that. And so I jumped on Etsy and started selling there. And I did really well on Etsy back there. Well, then I had to go through divorce. I had to close everything down. And I just never went back into doing those types of stores again. And so I thought, okay, so should I give my Etsy shop a second chance? Well, there was a thing going on where everybody was claiming that their Etsy stores were being shut down, and don't go to Etsy because they raised their fees up astronomically for a while. And I'm like going, okay, do I really want to go down this road after all of the research I did and everything? And so I finally said, you know what? Let me count my cost. What is it costing me to run my store, which is now $50 a month? When I started my Shopify store, originally it was like $19 a month. Well, they almost tripled the cost of it because it's $49.99 now. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's their lowest price. Their merchant price is, $200. And it was like, I can't afford to do $200 a month on this store with the production that I'm doing, which is practically nothing. And then if I did it while I was doing the seasonal area, I would make zero profit. So Shopify store, pretty much, I said, okay, that's definitely not going to work for me. What else can I do? Now, through the POS, the shop will work at the $50 a month because I do really well at my shops. I did about $400 or $500. Take half of that, that's $250. Take 50 off for the shop, that left me $200 a month for my shops that I was doing once a month or once a week. So it worked out to where I was still making a profit regardless. So, but I just thought, okay, there's got to be another way. And in truth, when I went to my vendor shows, I was using my Square more than I was for my Shopify. So I thought, okay, so there's another ding. Square works really, really good for me. It's set up properly. I absolutely love it. And when I use the Shopify POS system, it worked really good too. So if you're on Shopify and you have a Shopify store and you do a point of sale or sale in person, definitely get their POS system. It really does work, and I really liked it. So, and then whatever system you want to go with them is good because they have a lot of merchant products. So that was really, really good. So anyway, back to this. So I thought, okay, so I already decided that I'm going to continue using Square because it's so easy for me. And I can transfer the money, and it works out better for me than the Shopify store, in other words. With the exception of it tracks inventory a little bit better, but okay, fine. If I'm only going to do in-person stuff, then it behooves me just to add the inventory onto my Square and then just leave it at that. And that's what is behind me. That's what I'm getting ready to do now because I have to count all this, get it onto my Square, and get it ready for my selling season March 1st. And I'll kind of videotape some of that and show you how I do that later. But then I was thinking, okay, so what about just continuing on with the Jemminz name? And I thought, well, it really, if I'm just selling in person, which I love to do, but what about my downtime during the week when I'm not there? How can I make money when I'm only at the shop, when I'm only at the vendors, the farmer's market once a week? So I wanted something that I could do during the week. If anybody knows me, I'm somebody who doesn't like to sit for very long. I like to be up doing things. And there's only so much cleaning in a house you can do, although we have a ton of pets right now. So cleaning in this house is literally daily, all day. But anyway, so I was thinking about, okay, so what do I want to do? Do I want to rebrand? Or do I want to stick with Jemminz? Well, everybody knows me as Jemminz. Everybody, understands that and they get it. And I'm like, do I really want to stick with Jemminz? And I thought, I really don't. The name isn't working for me. It doesn't represent what I'm trying to portray in my soaps. So I sat down and I really did a lot of thinking about it. And I was like, okay, for now, Jemminz is going to continue on forward this year. But I'm also going to rebrand. And in the past couple months, that is exactly what we have been transitioning to. Now, right before I shut the store down, and mind you, the Shopify store is only down temporarily because we're trying to regroup and we're trying to get sales. So bear with me here. I'll get to the end and why we're going to, and eventually we'll bring Jemminz back, but we'll be rebranding with the new name. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So then I got onto my Etsy shop and I thought, okay, I've had this Etsy shop for a really long time, but it's been vacant. It's been dead. And so I went onto YouTube and I thought, okay, can I really revive this with their algorithms, or am I going to have issues with it like I did the last time? And I wanted to find out what the issue actually was. Why was I not getting sales on a store that I had open for a couple years, but never did anything with it and then brought it back? And so I did that research and come to find out it's the algorithms and it's the way Etsy calculates. And it has to do with the computer, and there's a lot of gurus out there that can tell you all about it. I'm not going to go into it. But anyway, so based on all of that, I decided, okay, so let's rebrand. Let's open up a brand new shop straight out of the gate and let's do this. So I've been toying with a lot of names and a couple different stores. I opened up 3 stores in the past couple of months. And I thought, okay, so let's just see what the feedback is from these stores. Am I getting likes or not? And so I put Beautifully Inspired. And then I had another one that was called Whimsy Cute. And then I had a third one, which was going to be a different type of a store. So I had the 3 stores up and I had just a little bit of product in each. Because like I said, the other 2 stores, Whimsy Cute, and then the third one, I just wanted to test the water with those products and see how well they would do based on what I was doing with the main store, Beautifully Inspired, because I had decided that Beautifully Inspired was going to be my brand. That was the one that I was going to work with, and that was the one that I was going to set the store up with. But I wanted to see how these other 2 things went, and is it feasible for me to open these other 2 stores up later on down the road? Well, come to find out, all 3 niches, as they say, worked out really well. So I had to figure out, okay, I've got 3 main stores that I can open up right now and I can actually get them going. But is that the right thing to do right now? Do I really want to put myself into all 3 stores plus my Shopify store? Because at the time I still had it open, and that would be running 4 stores. I could do it, but did I really want to? And after trying to do it for a couple of weeks, I said, okay, stop. I got to do this. I can't do this. So I not closed down, but just deleted the product that was on the other 2, the last 2, the Whimsy and then my other store. And I shut those 2 down. And I said, I'm not going to shut them down completely. I'm just going to let them sit idle. And then I'll bring them back in a few months once I can get this other store going. So Beautifully Inspired and Shopify both are going through a brand name change to Beautifully Inspired. Now, what Beautifully Inspired is I was dealing with a lot of negativity around me. And it wasn't my husband. It was just people, attitudes. I'd go into the stores and people would they would be just flat out rude to me. And I thought, I don't need that. And so I didn't want to go into the stores anymore because I was getting really bombarded with that negativity. And then, with my ex and stuff that was going on with him, it was just like, my husband and I just looked at my husband and I said, I got to stop this. I can't do this anymore. This is really degrading and really knocking me down. He says, I know. And so I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. And that's where the Beautifully Inspired name came from, is because I want to take all that negativity and turn it into something really, really positive. So that's what we're doing here. So if you go onto my Etsy shop, it is linked down below. You will see all the brand new products that we are bringing out, and they're all positive, Wording. I'm working with AI to help create a lot of this stuff. Not the images. The images are coming from another source. And I do have the rights to use the images. And so I'm making up some beautiful t-shirts, you know, like sort of like the one I'm wearing. And then they'll have a really pretty saying on it, or something that's a positive saying, like you're the sunshine, don't walk away, or something like that. Just some really fun, cute, really cool, uplifting products. And there's a lot of products on there. We've got t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, wine glasses, mugs, tumblers, handbags, weekend bags for taking off if you wanted to go for the weekend, and then just a whole bunch of other stuff. And then Whimsy Cute will be all kids stuff, but we're going to hold off on that for a little while because I have to work on that site yet. So that's on hold, but that will be all kids products and a few products for mom. So it'll be kind of a mom and kid product. Like I said, I'm still working that out. So that's coming. That will be coming probably later on this year. Might be up by Christmas if I can get it up. But anyway, so Beautifully Inspired is on Etsy now. And we are full bore. I just listed about 30 products up today, and I'll continue to do as many as I can every day that I have time for. I've been growing a puppy also, so he's gone from 3 weeks to 9 weeks as of yesterday. So he's getting really big. He's a new guy. He's only this big. He's so cute. But anyway, so we've got that puppy we've been growing too, which is another part of why I wanted to be able to be home with him. But so Beautifully Inspired is the new branding that we are doing, and I have to remake the logo, so that logo will be changing in the future. I'll probably go to something like this and then just put the Beautifully Inspired. I'm still working on the logo, but I have a temporary logo up right now. So so those products are up. I'm working on that. I've got one design up there now. It's about 36 products with a few other designs up there. I've got a couple Easter and a couple holiday ones up there, so those are up there. But I will be able to get samplers and bring them to me to the farmers market and say, hey, this is what we have online, here's where you go, and you can shop online. They're made for you, and then they're shipped from our main warehouse, which is really nice. So that end of it is now the new way that we're going to do this. Okay, so am I dropping the soaps and am I dropping the bath bombs and everything else? No, I am not doing that. We do have new stuff. Now, I have pulled the shower steamers off the website prior to me closing the store down. I had sold so many of them during the holidays that, and I sold out of a lot of them, and I only have a few left. But I was getting some feedback from customers, and they didn't like necessarily the shape of them. So we are going into full production of a brand new one, and I don't have it. I have a video that I made of it, and I'll list that one up here just shortly. So go watch it, and it'll show you how the new bath bombs are going to be made. And then we still have the old bath bombs. These are coming back out for the spring and summer, so I have to make some of those. We have new what is it? I've got new eye cream coming out and new facial cream coming out with the essential oils, because we're going to go back into production with that. So that will be really, really nice. And then still continuing on with our other stuff. And then we have some lavender infused soaps that are fully lavender infused, and I'll make a video on that and show you how I did that. And then we have some honey soaps coming out made with real local honey, which is really cool. I cannot wait to get those up. And then I have a request from a man from my previous, I tried to get the soap made before we ended our season last year, but he brought it to me at the last minute, and I said it probably won't come out till next season. Let me work on it throughout the holidays and stuff, and then we'll bring it out next year. And he said fine. He wasn't really he wasn't in a rush for it, but he thought it would be really good in my shop. And after smelling the scent and what he really wanted me to do, then that is coming online, because it's a beautiful scent, and I know the men will love this scent. It's very popular. It's a whiskey, and it's I'll leave that. I'm going to do a full video on it and how I do it, because there's a process that we're going to have to use, because we're going to actually use the alcohol in the soap and then make that soap. So that'll be a really fun video. But if you're interested in doing any type of those types of soaps, there's a lot of people online that have already worked with alcohol, and they do show you how to work with it. So go take a look at that. It's really cool. So anyway, so we have that out. Those are coming out. And then we have salt scrubs. This is, well, that's not the one I have. I have a seaweed salt scrub, which is a Himalayan Dead Sea salt, and it's a tri-sea salt blend that's coming out. I have a couple of bars of that, but they're going to transition over into a new mold. So we're going to be making them in these molds, and they'll be much easier, because I had several requests for scrubs. So we're going to do a scrubbing soap, and then I'm still working on my hands, the soft scrub in the jars. I cannot get a recipe to work for me to save my life for this area, so I'm going to have to really stay in the studio and work on that formula a little bit. So that probably won't come out until Christmas, because it's going to be I got to get a bunch of other stuff done first before I can even think about doing that. Plus I have a whole bunch of soaps that we're bringing back out now that I sold out of them. And then this is what's left over from last season. This will all be marked down, with the exception of the essential oils and the brand new soaps. So those will be marked down. But am I going to be able to sell these on my Etsy shop? Yes, that was the other thing I was going to tell you. We are going to rebrand the soaps to Beautifully Inspired. I am actually using AI to help me do that. And I haven't decided whether to do a video of it or not and show you how I'm working it. I'm kind of toying with it, because I'd like to be able to keep some things as trade secrets. And I think that might be one I will keep. But so we'll be using AI for that, which is really fun and exciting. So I cannot wait. So anyway, that's been what has been going on over the past 6 months. And now that I know that my health issues are due to diabetes, and we can get that, once I can get that regulated, I'll start feeling better. In fact, today's the first day that I really started working with it. I don't have my insulin or any of my medications yet, but just in my daily routine of changing up a few things, I'm feeling a whole lot better already. So I can breathe again. We got back on my asthma medication, so that's been working. So all of these health issues are finally starting to go away, and I'm starting to feel a lot better. And I'm hoping that we trend towards that positive and get rid of all that negative crap in my system that I was dealing with, and continue to heal and to feel better. So that's our goal, is to get my health back up by the end of the year. So it's going to take a couple of months, but we'll be there. And so I'm super excited. So that's what's been going in the studio. We have just, even though I've not been online, I have been very busy, and I have a few videos I'm going to put up here shortly. Videos that I have videotaped and just haven't put in there. Just be aware that the Jemminz store is no longer up right now. So Shopify store is not available. Etsy store is, but the bath products are not up yet. I will be getting those up here. I have to rephotograph some of them, and I will start listing them one at a time as I can. Some of the items that I had on my shop are not coming back to the shop, because like I said, we're going to this brand new Beautifully Inspired. So all of the soaps will be under that same name. So we're going to rename them for Beautifully Inspired soaps. And then they will be, the names will be Beautifully Inspired. So you'll see them once we start working with them, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait to get those going. And we start here in production this week. So I'll be doing a lot of videotaping. I'll be doing a lot of product making. I will be getting these soaps ready to fly out the door and go away. I have to separate them out, the ones that we're keeping, and get rid of the ones that we're not, because the ones that we're not keeping are going to my farmers markets. They're going to be marked down at a special price, so definitely go there. I'll probably mark them down to as low as I possibly can and still make a little bit of money. But we're going to try and break even on those soaps. So that's going to be a really good sale, because once those soaps are gone, they will not be coming back into my shop. So they will be brand new soaps based on the AI work that I am doing. And like I said, I'm really excited about that. But we have some brand new scents coming up. Brambleberries coming out with their berry scent. Locally, I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, do you do a berry soap? And I was like, I do. And I actually do. I have pink berry mimosa, and I have a blackberry magnolia I have, and then a couple others, but they've sold out now. So now I have to make them with the new formula, which is really exciting. And so some of the old scents will be coming back. We're just going to be renaming them. So just be aware of that. Like pink berry mimosa will be like this. Well, I haven't put it into AI yet to get that worked out, but we will be doing that. So I'm super excited. I cannot wait to get these done. I've got brand new bath bombs I have to make, and brand new, well, my bath bomb formula is now working again. Didn't work through the holidays, and that was part of my problem. So we stopped production until now, although I just made this bath bomb like a couple weeks ago, and it's held up really well. So that's going back. Those will go back into production. And then we still have the pearl, Akoya pearls. Those are still available. Those will go up on Etsy for sure. And I'm going to be making, I actually have quite a few of them left over from the season last year. And they're still good. They'll be good for another 6 months. So I'll get those. I should put those up first so I can get them sold out. So that'll be really cool. Because there's surprise bath bombs there's surprise Akoya saltwater pearl in bath bombs, and they're really cool, and I did really well with them. I had people going, oh, these are so really great for gifts, and so I had several people buy them for gifts, and didn't find out whether or not they had, you know, what their pearls were. I wish I had known that, but that's okay. It's just the way it goes. We will also have freshwater pearl bath bombs coming out too, and they will be really cool. So there you have it. That's what's been in the shop. That's where we're going with the shop. And if you guys have any questions or any requests, please, please, please let me know. There's just been, I have had a lot going on, and my health did not help. That my health just started going downhill right after the holidays back in January. I was just not feeling good. So now that we know what's going on with my system, we can make that correction, and I can get myself back up and healthy and start working again. And coming out in May 1st with brand new product, brand new season, farmers market season, which I'm super excited about. So I will try and get some of the bath bomb and soaps that are still staying in shop up on my Etsy shop. They will also be available on Square at the farmers market. So if you are in town and you want to come out to the farmers market, please do so. I cannot wait to get out there. And I haven't done a lot of videos over the past several months, but production now is back on now that I'm feeling better, and I can get some more stuff back out again. So thanks everybody for sticking with me these past several months or couple years, and especially the past couple of months since I have been so sick. And I really appreciate you guys coming back, and I cannot wait to start shopping, getting back in and start selling again. So definitely check out my Etsy shop, which is linked down below. And don't forget to message me and let me know what you want up. And then if your request will go up first. So if you want the Akoya pearls, I'll put them up. If you want the orange soaps, they'll go up. So whatever your request is, it's going to go up first. So definitely make those requests so I can get them up on the Etsy shop. So we can get those selling again, and I can get my production back up again too, because I definitely want to do that. But anyway, so thank you everybody for joining me for the past couple of years. I really appreciate your support. The essential oils are available through me directly and through the farmers market. So I'm only selling the essential oils directly from me. I might have a few products made from it on there. In fact, I will. It's just in the process of getting that changed over. So there you have it. It's what it is, what it is. All right, I'm done for the night. You all have a great night or afternoon whenever you're seeing this, and have a great day if it's in the morning. And keep watch for brand new videos and brand new stuff coming out in my Etsy shop now, not my Shopify store. Shopify store is temporarily closed down. I'm going to try and bring it back out right before Christmas again. So I want to get through my selling season and see how sales go, and also see how my Etsy shop is doing. And then if my Etsy shop is doing really, really well, then we'll probably transition back over to my Shopify store, and then we'll go from there, because I can put stuff on my Shopify store really easily. So anyway, all right, so there you go. You guys have a fantastic day, night, whatever it is. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you can get all the great notifications of all the new stuff that's coming out, because I have some really great videos coming out for you guys. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Bye!